This is a random timeless love reading. What is it the viewers need to know? Okay, Ascended Master. So there's some sort of ascension. This could be an awakening. This could be other things in your life as well. Yeah, ooh. I see the energy of true love. So some of you maybe feel true love is out of reach, something's out of reach, but I actually feel there's some sort of ascension here. Oh, someone could be going through an awakening or just waking up here, but it's the ascending masters. It's mastering all the elements here. So something's actually, I see a healing light. So very nice energy. See a lot of abundance coming in, change. So definitely could be someone, you know, coming in to heal a situation, but it could be just somebody who's going through an awakening healing where they felt like true love is out of reach. But it's telling me here it's not. No, it's not. No, you got someone who's this. I feel this could be somebody just definitely. There's been there's been some obstacles or challenges here. There's something that's happened, but this is someone who's ascending. So you have a person who's coming in. I see the loving man. I do see there's been a little fear. Yeah. That's another 5. It's just an energy. It could be someone afraid of being rejected, or you don't feel the same, or you're out of their league, or the situation's out of reach. But it's an energy of somebody healing this energy. So we have taking the steps. So it has to do with someone's intentions, is to take the necessary steps. I feel someone's leaving something behind here, and it's going to be the fear. Probably fear that someone doesn't feel the same, and we'll see here. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to just grab another deck here. I'm going to use this deck here. The Gilded Tarot. Let's have a look at the Ascended Master. Someone's mastering all the elements of the Kings, but it's also an ascension. So someone here is definitely in their feels. Yeah, so whether, see, someone's going to reach out. They're hoping someone reciprocates. They're afraid you will not. Yeah, whoever this person is somebody who's loving, or they're looking for love. Tell me about true love here. This is just energy. The energy someone is in. Yeah, see, taking action, obstacles, challenges. Someone might be worried there's competition, but it could be someone who wants to heal something. They may be a little afraid that you're still angry with them, if that's the case. But sometimes it's a person who's more worried about competition, okay? Or someone, and it could be someone being angry. So it's an energy of healing. Yeah, so I do see someone here. That's a person longing for love. There's some sort of reminiscing. Someone's missing someone here. Yeah. I mean, it could be just a crush too. For some of you, this is just someone a crush. It's about taking action. See, not so sure, but I do see the healing. So someone's healing something from the past. Yeah, look at that. We have the 3 of Cups. So there's some kind of good news. So I feel this is something going to be overcome, but it's someone who's still a little bit afraid here. See, going down the path, they need to take the necessary steps. Someone could be a little afraid, maybe that you're walking away. Okay, but I feel for the most part it's that you aren't going to reciprocate. You may not even reply. Yeah, and it could be somebody who's done this. Maybe you didn't, you know. It's all about giving and receiving. And it's an energy of somebody wanting to reach out, but I really feel it's somebody who's a little concerned here that someone has other options. There's competition, but there's some kind of good news. Yeah, someone's finding out some kind of truth. They're going, aha. So you see, this is someone coming up with an idea as well. But it's just that aha moment, that introspection. Yeah, it's all about speaking truth. It has to do with being fair. So it's about harmony and justice being restored. So if somebody wants to restore justice, they want to make something right. Okay, so it has to do with justice, and it has to do with finding that balance. So like I say, someone could be missing someone, or some of you have a crush. Someone may not have responded to you at some point because they were healing, because this ascension is healing, mastering the elements. So it's what it kind of looks like, healing the past here. Could be childhood issues, things like that, but often it's just somebody who's really longing for love here. They want to talk, connect, something to do with getting together with family, friends. It could be a family situation, but I'm seeing harmony and justice. Somebody wants to make something right. So let's have a look at the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone planning and preparing. See, it's about giving instead of just receiving. So this is somebody looking ahead, planning here, thinking about what they're going to say. Yeah, they are ready to manifest. They have everything they need, the tools, the communication skills, all of it. This is someone who's preparing. See, mastering the elements. So this could be an apology. For some of you, it could be apology, or someone just fishing for info, trying to find out. You know, it could be someone just worried you won't feel the same. They may want to ask you out, but it does look like there's been some kind of disagreement or argument. Often it's just competition too. So like I say, it could be a little different for each of you. Yeah, this is someone being a little cautious, a little careful what they wish for. They've been kind of keeping things to themselves here. See, they're playing it safe. But this is someone who's kind of felt like, you know, felt a little beat up, kind of felt like giving up. And it does look like this is someone who feels you may be moving on. Okay? You may have already walked away. So I feel this, or you may still be angry if that's the case. But for some of you, it's just a person who has a crush and they're planning, preparing. They have the tools, they have everything they need to manifest their desires. So they've mastered this. So it's about the mastering communication, maybe apologizing, or just finding the confidence to reach out, especially if they feel there's competition. Yeah, some of you, it's just a crush, somebody who wants to ask you out. So this is someone who, I feel, with the Nine of Wands, it's someone who's looking back at this. I feel for most of you, it's someone who wants to put something behind. But it's an energy of someone who doesn't want to give up. Yeah, they want to reach out. They want to know if you're interested. It's also someone needing to let their guard down a little bit too. I don't know if this is someone who pushed you away or what, but like I say, this is someone here who, I feel it's a person who's healing from something. I really do. But if it is between the two of you and you know who this is, they want to reach out. They want to make this right. Probably just you want to go for a cup of coffee or talk. Tell me about the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. Yeah, so it's cooperating, compromising. So it's an energy of acknowledging something here. Something needs to be acknowledged. The need to cooperate, compromise, compatibility. But it's an energy of two people who should be building each other up, not tearing each other down. Yeah. Interesting. But it's all about acknowledging it. The skills, what two people bring to the table. But it's an energy where both people need to, it's about giving and receiving. Coming together, working as a team. So there's things that need to be acknowledged. Three of Cups, the loving man. Yeah, so someone has some stress and anxiety. Could be some regret. Yeah, stress and anxiety, regret here. Yeah, this is someone putting on the brakes, taking a look, seeing things in a different light. So feel this is just someone here who's coming in to take control of the situation. They're swooping in to take control. They're determined. I feel this is someone who doesn't want to give up. They're determined for this to be successful. Yeah, but you can see this is someone looking to see if someone's walked away. That's what it is. They feel this is someone who's already walked away. You see, but they're coming in to take control. Someone doesn't want you to get away here. Let's have a look at the Ace of Swords. Yeah, someone here is contemplating their life path, looking for clues. They've gone within. It's about making something right. It's about being fair. So somebody probably wasn't being fair. You know, it could have to do with an already existing relationship where two people aren't talking because there's a need to cooperate and compromise. It's where two people are tearing each other down instead of building each other up. Working as a team. Yeah, it has to do with confidence, but somebody here was lacking the confidence. So there's a need to tame that beast. Yeah. Yeah, it's about putting in more effort. See, going down this path, it takes two people to build here. Working together as a team. Somebody wants to team up. Whatever has happened, they want to overcome it. Now, it could be someone who's just had issues. They're overcoming something. Maybe they ignored you or just didn't reciprocate. So they could be apologizing for that. And it's also an energy of putting in more effort. It could be somebody who's been working a lot too. Yeah. Whoops. As soon as I said that, yeah. This is someone who, they're very curious. This is someone who's curious. There's things they want to know. But it's somebody here who maybe wasn't telling you the whole story. This is often someone who tells you a story. So they may have left something out, didn't tell you the whole truth, because it has to do with that Ace of Swords, the truth. So there's somebody's going, aha, it's about speaking truth. Yeah, it's about giving and receiving, being generous. Maybe somebody wasn't very generous. Yeah. But it has to do with something to do with either children, childhood, or like I say, just kind of, often it's a person who's just crushing. They're interested, they're curious, you know, to see if you're talking to anyone else. They're fishing for info, trying to find out if you're seeing anyone, you know, that there's often that energy with these cards as well. But it has to do with curiosity, learning something. They're trying to learn something. So really they're communicating. They are fishing for info because they're trying to learn. Yeah. I feel it's for a lot of you, it's just a person having a crush, dealing with obstacles, challenges, things going on. They could be a single parent having some issues. Okay, so let's actually look at that again. But it's a healing, so that's why I feel some of you it's healing. Let's have a look at the Six of Cups. Yeah, confirmation, healing, childhood issues, or something from the past. See, can we put this behind? It's like starting over. Yeah, someone wants to put something behind. So it's an energy of healing. Yeah, see, there's been a lot of confusion, things unsaid. Someone was keeping things to themselves. See, this is someone who didn't tell you something. So there's a little of this, would have, should have been a little more generous, told you more, or, you know, I feel they're going to, to me it does look like an apology, but I still see fishing for info. There's things they want to know. There's been confusion, things that are hidden. Someone kept something to themselves that they should have told the truth about. So yeah, I feel this is an energy of, and it could be someone telling you why they walked away. Okay, somebody may have walked away. Maybe they're telling you why. But it looks like there was a gathering of some sort. And somebody got in their car or walked away and just kind of moved on. There's some kind of regret. Okay, there's some sort of regret or stress, anxiety. To me, it looks like regret for someone letting someone walk away. Yeah, or why they walked away. Yeah, it has to do with other people, talk, gossip, people being involved. So I feel there's just people involved, competitive energy. Maybe somebody, they're trying to find something out too, because they're kind of confused here, you know. They're a little bit confused. Now, I don't know if you reached out to this person, they ignored you, or just didn't reciprocate or respond. Yeah. But it does look like, you know, walking away here. Some sort of gathering, some kind of event. But there's people. I feel there's talk. People talking. What are these people talking about? Sort of investing, being patient, or whether someone's interested. Yeah, maybe this is someone who told someone that you're not interested, you walked away, or, you know, you're invested in someone else. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel it does look like it could have been jealousy for some of you too. So it's really about clearing this up, clearing up some kind of confusion. Tell me about this person who is contemplating seeing truth, this aha moment. See the fear. Somebody was afraid of something here. Could be fear of commitment. But it has to do with harmony. This is someone who wants to make something right, because it has to do with them, the path that this person was on, now where they're looking. See? They're looking at this. They've gone within here. Tell me more. What is this person contemplating? Let's just get that clear. Yeah, they can't stop thinking about something here. They kind of feel trapped in their head, their thoughts. Self-imposed trap. They can't stop thinking about something. It's also an energy of going down a path doing the same thing. So it could be somebody who has a fear of commitment, going down the path committing. That's why I feel. So it has to do with someone's intentions. I feel that somebody had an intention of committing, but maybe they want to know what your intentions were. If you're the one who reached out and they ghosted you or ignored you or just didn't respond. Because it has to do with giving and receiving. There was a lack of reciprocity. This is somebody who didn't feel very confident. So I feel they kept something to themselves. So there's that little bit of energy where they should have just told you. Something about a relationship. They were definitely trapped in their head, their thoughts. Self-imposed trap. They were definitely in their head, but this is someone who can't stop thinking about something. Yeah, it's bothering them. So this is something bothering somebody here. This is also a person who doesn't like to tell people what's bothering them. It's an energy of kind of privacy. They don't like to put their burdens on other people, but you can see the burdens are lifting. So, yeah, this is someone feeling more confident. Nice. So they feel more confident here. So this is an energy of someone who generally knows what they want and they go for it. But like I say, there was that little bit of fear, a commitment, or something to do with this person. Likely going to be different for everyone. Tell me about justice. It does look like a fear of commitment, or a fear there's competition, or someone wasn't sure you're the right person for them or not, because of the cooperation, compromise, the things you have in common. So it's an energy of something that should have been acknowledged that wasn't. Yeah, it's whether someone's single too. Some of you, it is a crush. Someone who's trying to find out if you're single, they may reach out, drop a little bit of a hint here. And if you are feeling confused, you might decide not to reply and move on. I wouldn't doubt if there's someone who's done this, maybe a bunch of times. They come in, they reach out, they're shy. So this is somebody needing to be bold, because it has to do with this person's single. I see a person single, independent. They look out for themselves. So it's someone trying to find out if you are. So if you have a person who's done this and they never come in confident, I feel like you may be not interested or invested. So, but yeah, it does. And if there is an energy of several people, there's somebody in the social circle here. Some kind of people talking about the loving man, about someone's feelings, how somebody feels. So it has to do with whether someone's interested or invested, maybe for the right reasons. Yeah, there's been some heartache. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. The King of Cups this is unrequited love for some of you. There's been some heartache, maybe jealousy, but this is someone who I feel has been holding feelings inside, not saying anything. So there's been someone keeping a secret or keeping their feelings to themselves. But there's other people involved. Now, I don't know if this is somebody heard something, that someone was involved with someone else, possibly a third party. But it has to do with this investing and these people. See, it all has to do with someone putting on the brakes, taking another look, seeing things in from a different light here. Yeah, it looks like it's someone who went through a situation. It's someone who needed time to heal, but I still feel that someone might be a little, and I do feel competition. I do feel a crush. Someone's fishing for info, but I feel some of you are dealing with someone who reaches out and they keep doing the same thing. They don't tell you how they feel. So it's like the same thing happening over and over again. I feel that scenario quite strongly. Yeah, but I feel, I got to tell you, it has to do with someone being bold and confident. Some of you might have a couple of people reaching out, because I'm seeing the energy of 3. But somebody here is feeling the love, but it's unrequited. They're not telling. They're keeping it to themselves. So there's something to do with why. So it has to do with why. Because this is someone who can't stop thinking about someone. And they're spending a lot of time alone. See, releasing baggage, burdens, but something's been bothering them, or they feel something is bothering you. Okay? So this is somebody coming to take the lead here. Yeah, taking the lead. Yeah, see, it's an energy of someone coming in right. Someone didn't come in right, or they weren't fair. It could be somebody who wasn't fair to you as well. Some of you may have dealt with that. But it has to do with making it right. And then we see a single person. Someone who takes care of themselves. They're independent. Tell me about this 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, so it does look like somebody at a distance or long distance, but someone taking the lessons they've learned, moving on to avoid a disaster. So somebody was avoiding someone. See, they weren't talking, weren't reciprocating. So it could be somebody wanting to know why you avoided them, or vice versa. At some kind of get-together or gathering. They want to clear this up. I can see they want to. It's about healing. And it could be somebody was going through something. They didn't want to tell the other person. It was something deeply emotional. Maybe they were in a relationship and there was all the chaos, conflict, drama. So it's an energy of people coming apart, someone distancing themselves. See, it's somebody waiting time in between. There's something about this time in between. So it could be there's time in between. They want to know if you're single. So someone's come apart from someone. It was deeply emotional. But others of you, it's a person who has feelings and they've been keeping it to themselves because of this healing. And it could have to do with childhood or anything. But a lot of you, there's crushes here. Yeah, this longing for love. Yeah, somebody's been keeping it all in. See, keeping it all in, not saying anything. This is often a person, even if it has nothing to do with you, you may have reached out. They didn't want to put their burdens on you. So I feel this is someone not blaming you, blaming themselves. It's someone who keeps doing the same thing. But others, and if it isn't this person, if there's another person, I do feel there's another person here. So some of you, you've got a little different scenario. The person who reaches out and they don't really have a whole lot to say. It's confusing, so you don't respond. They may be coming in to talk to you. It looks like a Pisces energy, someone a little bit shy. So maybe they're going to come in and be a little bolder here. So it's about coming in right, saying the right things, or they're not sure what to say. Okay, or you feel that way. That's what happens when people reply and reach out to somebody and they don't explain themselves, or they don't say much, because this is someone who doesn't have a lot to say sometimes. Yeah, but they communicate. So like I say, I feel some of you got a couple things going on. One of these people could be at a distance here, but it's somebody who wants to know if you're single. They maybe want to come and see you. Somebody wants to come and see you. They want to take the lead. So, but some of you, it's just a person coming in, making something right, taking the lead. So yeah, there's going to be communication. I feel for the feminine, you're going to be looking at this very carefully, looking at the details in the situation. I really feel you got someone who's got a lot of feelings here. It's an energy of someone who longs for love. I think some of you got a couple of things going to go on here. Tell me more about this Princess of Pentacles. Looking at this, see someone showering abundance, but it's one little pentacle. It's not clear. It's sort of like, what do they want? It's like, why? That's what I feel. And I feel some of you probably know. You probably already know. Some of you do already know that there's someone who has feelings and keeping it to themselves, but it's something about this other person. I feel there's another person. If it's not, it's just the motions they're going through. But it's someone who has everything they need to manifest communication. See, and that could feel like someone's manipulating or something here. Created some kind of drama, someone who creates drama. So it could be someone who was blaming you. They're now blaming themselves, taking responsibility. Yeah. I see that for someone too. Yeah, so I do see multiple opportunities, things speeding up. I see a busy time here. Yeah, some of you have been there, done that with someone though. Like, I really feel that. So I do feel but I feel somebody, it's like spontaneous too. They just come in out of the blue when you least expect it. And this is why I feel there's somebody from a long distance that wants to know if you're single. They want to know, they want to see you. They want to connect. They want to get to know you. So, I mean, if this is somebody here where you, maybe when you were young, it was a crush, two people, a lot of confusion, things unknown. Somebody's trying to learn something, all this unknown. So if there's been all this time in between, somebody may be wanting to know why you reached out. Because I feel there's someone looking for clarity. But others of you, it's just a little different scenario. And it looks like it's going to be that person. So, yeah. Tell me about this Six of Swords. Yeah, someone keeping their feelings to themselves, suffering in silence, the feminine, not saying anything. Just sort of keeping it to yourself. I feel some of you already know. There's someone here who has feelings. You already know their secret. I feel like you're trusting your inner knowing. Yeah, I got that. Some Cancer energy here too. Tell me about the secret. Things that are hidden. Yeah, something come to an end. So somebody didn't tell someone that they ended something. A painful period in someone's life is over. It's about someone healing. So it does look like there was a lot of arguing, fighting, chaos, conflict, drama going on. Maybe you reached out. Maybe this person felt overwhelmed, too much going on. So I feel maybe you didn't stand up for yourself when you had the opportunity to say something. It's almost like this person, all this time in between, they want to know. And I feel like you didn't say anything. You suffered in silence, or you just didn't say anything. If you are the feminine, you could be the masculine watching this. So, yeah, because I feel it has to do with someone who's generally bold, who's being kind of shy. So I feel like you've come together at some point, and they wanted to tell you something. Maybe they never got the opportunity, because there's people around talking, a lot of busy here. But it has to do with someone who either walked away from a conversation, or walked away when someone was trying to talk to them, or someone was talking to other people, or someone literally got in their vehicle and drove away. So, yeah, and I do see this energy of this person wanting to communicate. Like I see talk, busy time, opportunity, feeling a little overwhelmed. Yeah. See, someone didn't stand up for themselves. So it has to do with someone who should have stood up for themselves and should have told somebody how they felt. See, I feel it's the feminine too. See, someone oppressed, keeping their feelings to themselves. It has to do with someone who feels somebody is interested in them, maybe for the wrong reasons, or they want something from them. Because I do feel it's someone who feels someone was trying to take advantage, or they were taken advantage of before. Some of you have a person who's actually apologizing for not being more generous. So, yeah, just take what resonates. But yeah, the cycle's ending, a new cycle beginning, new romantic cycle. I feel this is someone going to come in here. You have this opportunity to talk. Yeah, you're not going to see this coming. They're offering a cup. See, offering the cup. If some of you have a choice too, some of you got these choices here to make, but I don't think you're going to see it coming. So there's this indecision, not seeing it. So somebody here, I feel, is taking off the rose-colored glasses, blindfold, and seeing. So it has to do with someone wanting to know if you're seeing anyone. Okay. So some of you, you may have reached out to someone not knowing if they were even single or not, or you ran into them in some kind of confrontation. But I almost feel like there's someone in that circle trying to make someone jealous, or someone's up to something there. Whoever it is, they kept it to themselves. You got unrequited love, though. Definitely. Definitely. Look at that. There's an energy of change. Somebody moving on. But it's an energy of some kind of change coming. Yeah, someone had definitely changed for the better. We have a person who's healed. Yeah, there it is. See, not seeing it coming. This person's going to come towards you here. They're offering you something. They want to start something. They want to talk to you, get to know you. But I feel for what's happened in this, because it's past. You never did you not stand up for yourself or say something, or did you decide to just walk away and not tell this person how you felt or how it made you feel? Because I feel this is someone coming in to explain something here. Yeah. See? Self-sabotage. This is someone who's sacrificed a lot too. Some of you have a person who doesn't want to sacrifice too. So, but I feel it has to do with some self-sabotage. Yeah. And it could be where you reached out. If you're the feminine, reached out and they didn't reply, and you decided they said something to you that made you feel bad, and instead of standing up for yourself, you chose to walk away and just distance yourself. Some of you may have actually moved and relocated, because it's like there's things this person's trying to learn that they want to know. I wouldn't be surprised if they're talking to other people about moving. But some sort of sacrifice or self-sabotage. Yeah, I see a place where people socialize, congregate. This could be business, a home, but it has to do with someone who's stable. So there's things being learned about stability, partnerships, whether someone's single or not. Yeah, single or in a relationship. Sometimes it's just people wanting to catch up, see some kind of gathering, a reunion, getting together. So, yeah, but somebody said something here. I don't know if they pushed you away, or it's just where you didn't defend yourself. Suffering in silence. So I feel, I mean, there could be somebody who's defending you on your behalf. It's interesting. Yeah, this is one, the moon is right near the healing and that painful ending. Someone maybe feels someone stabbed them in the back, though. Like I say, gossip talk, stabbing someone in the back. Some sort of competition or jealousy. I don't see playing games, though. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it has to do with the labyrinth. See, it's an energy of things being cleared up. This person wants to clear something up here. Let's have a look at the... I'm going to look at the King. I feel some of you have got a couple things here. Honestly, I feel... You know, there's been heartache. Some of you, like 2 or 3 times, you feel like giving up on love. And I see that with the Nine of Wands. Just feel like giving up and just walking away. You know? Where is that King of Cups? Where are you? Where are you? You're probably right here. There you are. Who is this King of Cups? Oh, so somebody who's very attractive. I see the Ace of Wands, a physical attraction, but it's a passionate new beginning. Someone's very passionate about something, and then it's the ring. So some of you have a person who has feelings, but they have a fear of commitment. Or someone's healing from one that was very painful, still focused on it possibly too. Now let's have a look at this 10 of Pentacles. Why is this here? Actually, let me pull out this other person, because I have a feeling there's a couple people. I mean, I could be wrong here. It's just when you get all these players, all these people, and then that 3 of Cups comes out, and the 6 of Cups, which comes out all the time. Yeah, so here's some cards that fall out. So this is someone in a hurry. So this is someone being cautious, careful what they wish for. They want to communicate. And it has to do with the Ace of Pentacles. See something solid, reliable. So I feel like this is someone going to reach out to you. I see a messenger, but the message could come from someone in another social circle. Someone's being cautious, right? But it's about filling the cup, the 9 of Cups. You're about to get something you want if you still want it. The Rider. Yeah, see, the King of Cups, somebody too with a house and a home. Their home. So it has to do with somebody either being home, where they live, someone who's moved and relocated. Could be someone coming back around who's been traveling or living somewhere else, but it has to do with this person, very much about home and family. Something to do with home and family. Yeah, this person, or just friends. It's often soul friends, soul family. People who are like family. Yeah, it says, there's the 8 of Swords again, confirmation, the key. So it is, the key is communication, but it has to do with the key to someone's heart, something to do with a home. I wouldn't be surprised if someone wants to spend some time with you. I don't know if they want to travel or they just want to come and see you. Now, the key isn't always a key to someone's home. It's a key to their heart. But it could be. And it's always communication. It just means there's some sort of significant communication coming in. Something important, some kind of news. It's good news. Yeah, to do with someone's feelings. Someone's going deep into their feelings. See, it's an energy of someone healing, replenishing the well. Deep emotional healing, but deep feelings at the same time. That's why I feel there's 2 people. One of them is just someone who's unrequited love, never told you. The other person is someone I feel with that King of Wands who's actually healing from something else. And I feel for some of you in both instances, instead of saying anything, you suffered in silence and didn't say anything. You didn't tell someone how you felt, or you didn't stand up for them. Stand up for yourself. Somebody wants to put this behind, but I can see the feminine just feeling like giving up. But I also see a masculine who feels like giving up too. Kind of feeling defeated, I feel, because maybe they've heard through the grapevine or something that you've moved on. And there we have the Garden. So it's an energy of someone with that hermit energy, the path. See, somebody wants to go down this path, 8 of Pentacles. They want to put effort in. They want to build something. They want to build the foundation, a relationship. So interesting. This could be someone who builds a home, but it has to do with a fresh new start. Putting in effort, going down this path. See, the path is lit. So There's clarity. Yeah, someone with changing course. Someone's changing course, changing directions. I see moral compass. So some of you have got a person who's definitely really strong morals and values, but they're taking control. Someone's navigating their feelings, charting that course, you see. Yeah, but I still feel there's that feminine. So let's have a look at the feminine energy, why someone didn't say anything. Yeah, see, Nine of Pentacles, someone who's single. This is someone single and independent. Has to do with someone being stable, emotionally stable. See, some of you just didn't say anything. It has to do with stability and being single. So you didn't even tell this person you were stable. It's like you didn't want anything. But with the Two of Swords under here, this person didn't see it. Now they're seeing it. So I think this is someone finding out why. I do think people are talking. So there's definitely been misunderstandings or the way someone communicated originally while they were going through a painful ending. It is over. But I feel some of you, it's just a person who wants to put something that happened between you behind. The drama, the chaos, an argument. Yeah. See, it has to do with someone's history. Putting down roots. The tree. So it's somebody who's someone who's had some obstacles, challenges, but it's about learning about someone's history, the Seven of Cups. See, someone sees opportunity here. They know a good thing when they see it. This is the King of Pentacles. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here. See, someone looking at this. See, some of you got something that's already in the past. You've already given up. I feel like there's someone here you don't really see a future with. But it's about stability, wanting someone stable. See, both people kind of want the same thing. It's two people looking for the same thing, but yet we have someone who's guarded, defensive, or maybe pushed somebody away, afraid of being taken advantage of, whatever it is that happened, what caused a painful ending. And then we have history, the roots. Somebody wants to know someone's history. All this time in between, it's about learning things. And I see obstacles to overcome, but someone's kind of fantasizing and romanticizing here too. I think somebody here is, some of you got a person who's harbored feelings for a very long time. Like I say, maybe you were young, you knew each other. Someone may have moved, relocated. They could be coming back around, relocating again. But others of you, it's just something that happened not too long ago. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Swords speaking truth. Some of you have to make a choice. See, some of you got choices between two, and I feel you got multiple opportunities going to come in out of the blue. It's telling you to prepare. Okay? Prepare. Because I feel like it's coming in out of the blue. You might not see it coming. You might not be prepared. You might get overwhelmed. But I feel somebody else got overwhelmed at some point. There was heartache. Hurt feelings. Somebody maybe hurt your feelings here and you didn't say anything and stand up for yourself. So now's an opportunity to get this off your chest and say what you need to say. Some of you definitely cut someone out. There's somebody, and I don't know, this is maybe what's happened in between, where there's things they want to know. Some of you, while this happened, and then maybe there was another person by the looks of it, and you cut them out. So it's almost like this is something meant to be. It's almost like the path, making the path, clearing things out. So there's, yeah, this is really interesting, because it's almost like there's something that wasn't meant to be to allow something in that is. Yeah, we have the Bear, somebody who's strong, someone who's a good catch. So some of you are definitely letting someone go, though. I feel some of you have in this time in between, and now you got this person. It could have been a relationship, marriage, or it has to do with this other person doing it. But it has to do with the Ten of Wands. See, someone's stable, reliable, someone who pulls their weight. See, that's an energy of someone being a good catch. But I feel somebody has released someone too, whether it's you or them. I mean, this is King or Queen of Pentacles kind of energy. Someone, it's often depicts somebody who has a lot of hair, they're sturdy, they're strong, muscular, someone who can pull a lot of weight. This is someone who can roll with the punches. They're very confident. That's, I feel, connecting with that King of Wands energy. Yeah, you've got a gentleman here. Always the gentleman, yeah. So I feel this is someone just being a gentleman, see, wearing their heart on their sleeve, offering the cup. You're about to get something you wanted if you still want it with this person. But I do think you got a person coming in to apologize, and I do feel it's someone you're not there from your past. Someone coming back around, but I feel like you've changed. To be honest, I feel like you've gone through a lot of change yourself, the feminine and even the masculine, but this is somebody who no longer sees a future with someone. You got someone who's kind, compassionate, and more loving, even though you have this person, I feel, who's never told you how they felt. And it could be this person actually doing it, but I feel some of you, you've got this choice. One of these people, I feel it's someone who doesn't want to sacrifice anything. They'd rather suffer in silence and not have love. And that's what I feel. It's not necessarily the feminine, but someone here is going to offer you this cup, wearing their heart on their sleeve. They're a gentleman. Yeah, it's an energy of talking, communicating. I feel like you're going to talk and get each other and be on the same page. But I feel you've got this person, that's the sacrifice, is the person who'd rather suffer in silence, that King of Wands, or King of Cups, unrequited love. They won't tell you because they don't want to give anything. They don't want to sacrifice everything they've worked for. So this is the other person. Someone here should have told you the truth. See, there's another person, a choice. Someone should have told you the truth about this connection, about wanting to talk to you, to get you alone, or just to connect. So, yeah, you got something new happening. Yeah, you got a person wanting to ask you out. See, wearing their heart on their sleeve, following their heart. See, one of these people follows their heart. I mean, it could be this person coming around deciding to follow their heart, but I still feel some of you have changed. Something changed you forever. It really hurt. And it could be someone who comes back around and keeps doing the same thing. Fool me once, twice, 3 times. This is why I feel like you're going to lean towards this other person, even though I feel some of you know who they both are. I mean, it could be you could just have a new crush. And while you're waiting for this person to reach out, or being hopeful, not saying anything, you're maybe dealing with this other person, because there's this 6 of Swords time in between. All this time in between, things calming down. Someone's waiting for things to calm down, and someone who wants to get to know you maybe never had the opportunity to. But it's someone who's learned a lot of lessons, that's for sure. Yeah. So look at the star. See, someone who's very popular, maybe well known in your social circle, but they see you that way. Everything they could want. 6 of Cups. See, the crush, the person who longs, somebody who you knew. Maybe when you were young, or just something that never went anywhere, a connection. Wow. Oof, that was complicated. I'm glad that star came out, because that kind of helped a little bit. So some of you are dealing with this, and it looks like a really big deal. It's a relationship or situation of significance. There's going to be a communication. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if you have both of these people. Now, some of you may not answer or reply this other person, but you're going to look at the details of these very carefully with that Princess of Pentacles that's under here, and you're going to make a choice. Life path, choice, and decision, the compass. So it's telling you to follow your heart, to find your balance before you make a choice here. Yeah, see, there's someone you don't see a future with and someone you do. Yeah, that person, it's telling you right here, the person who wants to spend time with you, they want to get to know you. You're distancing yourself. You're moving away, avoiding a disaster with this person. I think this is someone who's doesn't want to sacrifice. They don't want to give anything. Their money, all their hard work, you see? Because you want a partner, someone you can count on, and I feel this person you won't be able to count on them. The other person I feel stable. I feel it's the person with the bold energy. Someone strong, stable, somebody who commits, a faithful person. Very, very nice. So yeah, I really think this is yourself moving on, but you have someone who wants to get to know you. They want to spend time. They could be at a distance. It could be somebody from a distance, but I feel for most of you, some of you have already moved on, and you already, I feel, have made a choice. You're already choosing this other person. You already know deep inside, okay, because that's why all that moon and high priestess energy is there. I think you already know the answer you're seeking, who's the right person. Yeah, some of you it's just a new person, like a new crush too. Everything's going to be exposed. I see truth, success, victory, and you're moving towards happiness and joy. So, okay, so it's telling you to just ground yourself, to make practical, sensible choices here. If you start to feel confused, just take a step back and be patient a little bit with yourself. Take care. See you soon.